Dear comrades, this is R. Sendil Kumar, Division Secretary, All India Postal Employees Union, Group C, Chennai City Central Division, welcoming you all back to the Postal Fraternity YouTube channel. Today we are going to see a topic which is actually a benefit earned out of an historic strike by the central government employees on 2/9/2016. The one-day strike conducted throughout the country by the union government employees based on the call given by Confederation of Central Government Employees. This strike was responded by several sectors of employees despite the campaign that this is a politically motivated strike. This 2/9/2016 strike, even before the strike commenced, the government, in order to make the employees not to participate in the strike, they adopted some tactics like making the employees to have a feel-good factor. In order to make the employees have a feel-good factor, the government engaged in releasing two important orders on the eve of the 2nd September 2016 strike. One important order, which was released 1 week before the strike on 26/8/2016, was DCRG to all central government employees. All central government employees includes the NPS subscribers. Second important order was released, which actually enhanced the bonus ceiling from 2,500 to 3,500. These two were the important orders which were released just prior to the commencement of the strike. Despite this release of two important orders, the strike was responded tremendously by the working class throughout the country. Today we are just going to see about the DCRG benefit which was earned for all the section of employees, which includes the NPS subscribers. Prior to 26/8/2016, this DCRG benefit was available only for the central government employees who were covered under the old pension system. Now, after 26/8/2016, those employees who are covered under new pension system are also eligible for retirement gratuity or death cum retirement gratuity from the Government of India from their Consolidated Fund of India. So this previously it was not so. NPS subscribers, they never used to get DCRG. So this 2/9/2016, I would like to remind you once again, which paved way for winning the demand of DCRG for all the central government employees. There were other important demands also, which were like extend old pension system for all the employees, and this DCRG for NPS subscribers is a significant advancement which in the fight towards restoring old pension system for all the central government employees. So today we are going to see about this DCRG topic, the various type of DCRG and how it is actually being calculated. We'll just see an insight about this today. For the purpose of calculating DCRG, the DCRG is normally paid for the employee for the period of his qualifying service. What is qualifying service? Qualifying service is nothing but the days on which the employee was on duty, and secondly, all his leave days. The leave days includes his earned leave, his medical leave, and for female employees their maternity leave, and to some extent, and all other leaves also. And certain leaves like if the employee does not have any leave in his credit, even the extraordinary leave with medical certificate is considered as qualifying service. And the suspension period of an employee, if the competent authority has made any specific entries in the service book that the period of suspension should be treated as duty, in that cases that is also treated as qualifying service. And other periods like some training periods when the employee is going on some in-service training, and for some period, some employees who were recruited after 2011, their postal assistant induction training is also considered as qualifying service. So it is decided by the government from time to time. These five are the periods which are actually considered for qualifying service. Your death cum retirement gratuity is actually paid for this period of qualifying service. First type is the retirement gratuity. This retirement gratuity is basically paid when the employee retires from service on superannuation or he retires from service voluntarily. So retirement gratuity is paid on these two occasions, and this is paid at the rate of 1/4 of emoluments for each completed 6-monthly period of qualifying service, subject to the maximum of 16.5 times the emoluments or rupees 20 lakhs maximum. So what constitutes the term emoluments? Emoluments is nothing but the basic pay of the employee, because you will be having in your salary there are several components like traveling allowance, house rent allowance, basic pay, dearness allowance, etc. These are our non-practicing allowance. These are all the components which constitute your salary or pay. So in this, only two components are taken as emoluments for the calculation of DCRG or your gratuity. So one component is your basic pay at the time of retirement, and the second component is your dearness allowance at the time of retirement. So these two components combined together, the sum of these two components constitute your emoluments. So let us see an example where retirement gratuity is calculated. Let us assume that the qualifying service of an employee was 30 years. So this is divided into 6 monthly period, so or half yearly period. So 6 monthly period, 30 years means it has 66 monthly period, so or half yearly period. So 66 monthly period, let us assume that his basic pay was 50,500. His dearness allowance was calculated at the rate of 17%, which is 8,585. And now the emoluments for DCRG would be basic pay plus dearness allowance, which will be equal to 59,085. So the retirement gratuity will be 1/4 of the emoluments into the half yearly period or the 6 monthly period, which is 60. So 59,085 into 1/4 into 60, which will be equal to rupees 8,86,275. This will be the retirement gratuity paid to an employee if he retires on superannuation or voluntarily from service with the qualifying service of 30 years. Now, next type of gratuity will be the death gratuity. Death gratuity is paid at different proportions. If the employee can die anytime during his service. So obviously the retirement gratuity will be paid to his nominee or any other legal heir as decided by the court of law. So if the employee dies from service who is within 1 year of joining the service, his family will be paid 2 times the monthly emoluments. So as I said earlier, the emoluments constitute the basic pay during death plus the dearness allowance at the time of his death. So, if the employee dies after 1 year and within 5 years, he will be paid 6 times the monthly emoluments. And if the employee dies after 5 years and within 11 years, he will be paid 12 times the monthly emoluments. If the employee dies after 11 years and before 20 years, he will be paid 20 times the monthly emoluments. And if the employee dies after 20 years, he will be paid half month's emoluments for every completed 6 months of qualifying service, subject to a maximum of 33 times the monthly emoluments. So this will be the formula for calculating your gratuity if the employee dies after 20 years. Let's see an example here. Let's say the employee dies after 30 years. He is having exactly, let's assume that he is having exactly 30 years of qualifying service, which is divided into 60 half yearly period. So this, let's say his basic pay was 50,500 as said in the previous example. His dearness allowance is the same, 8,585 at the time of death. So the emoluments will be 59,085, which is his basic pay plus DA during the time of his death. And his death gratuity will be 59,085 into 1 by 2 into 60, which is the half yearly period. So it works out to rupees 17,72,550. This will be the amount of death gratuity paid to his nominee or legal heir as per his records. So this is this benefit gratuity or DCRG which is paid to the employee after his death. So what everyone has to remember is that the importance of this benefit was obtained after a struggle. So everyone might think that some strikes are political strike, they don't yield benefits, or one day strikes does not yield benefits, but government has to yield to the agitated employees. And this 2/9/2016 is an important day in recent history of striking central government employees, where it won the demand of, or it made the central government employees to advance in the demand of achieving old pension system for every central government employees. So that we have to remember. Please remember the 2/9/2016 strike. And this is R. Senthil Kumar once again for Postal Fraternity YouTube channel. If you have any doubts regarding our videos, please email to us at postalfraternity@gmail.com, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel Postal Fraternity. Thank you.